Yeah, a couple of weeks ago I bought a new pair of hiking boots online. When they turned up there was a tear in one of the eyelets. So I took them into Anaconda thinking that they'd send them away and I'd have to wait and get them replaced, but no, they said no, go and grab one off the shelf and go nuts. So I did, which was pretty cool, big win. But as I was walking through, I noticed that they had a swag, a single swag, which was on sale. Normally, $460, $460, and they're selling it for $129. And here it is, still in the box. So I thought, well, I can't afford not to buy this. So I picked it up, grabbed it, and today I want to check it out and put it through its paces and see how it goes. $129, can't really go wrong. So let's get it out of the box and set it up and see how it goes. Yeah, so I've swapped it all around. Excuse any cars going behind. I'm at a little place just off Babouillon Road where I'm going to camp for tonight at Glendale. Let's get this open and see what's inside. Cross pole for the top. Seven extremely flimsy tent pegs, a couple of guy lines, a little bag. Poles for the ends. So it goes up very much like my other swag. And some instructions, which I don't think I'll need. Yeah, so first impressions, it's kind of small, as you can see. It's a single swag. My other one's a 3/4, so there's a bit of method to this madness. It wasn't just a case of a fortuitous buy. I've been eyeing this thing off for a little while. But yeah, it's got D shackles like my other one, which is good. So they're attached to the swag, which is a good thing. Let's just get them undone. So I assume the mattress is inside. Yeah, so this is the mattress. It's 50 mil. The one in my 23-0 swag is 75 mil. So I might find this one a little bit thin, but it also needs to sort of inflate a little bit as well. So I might just pop it open and let it sort of do its thing for a minute. Cut my finger on my very sharp knife. Yeah, so I'm going to let that sort of compress or whatever the word is for fluff up while I go and tend to this very deep cut I just put on my thumb with my incredibly sharp knife, which I sharpened the other day. So I'll be back in a tick. Ow. Yeah, take two. Okay, so the mattress is starting to fluff up. Got my finger all bandaged up. And now let's get this swag up and have a look at it. Goes up exactly the same way as my other one. It actually comes with a specific front because there's a little awning on the front. So if you don't have a ground sheet, which I always will, there's a little built-in ground sheet on this one. So you can put your shoes and stuff on there. So not that I'll need it, but I'll fix it up the way it should be. Okay. Yeah, these awning poles come in 5 bits. The 23-0, which is a bigger swag or a wider swag, comes in 3 bits. So a little bit more opportunity for breaking. Same process, put it in the right spot before you start bending it. I always clip alternatively, just so the pressure's even. Does feel a little bit tighter, might be because it's new. You know, that 23 swag, which I do this with a million times, it's 5 or 6 years old now, so might have loosened up over the time. These clips are a bit tight. Okay, that's one end done. Same thing this end. Okay, put the centre pole in and we should be in business. Okay, pop the mattress in. Yeah, pretty good. I'll just tie on the guy lines to the outside, to the end awnings. Presume there's 2 in here somewhere. Yes, there is. All tangled up, obviously. Bit of a bowline knot in the end. Got a video about this if you want to have a look at it. Easy way to tie a bowline knot. I'll use one of these dumb little pegs, see how it goes. Be nice if I had use of my thumb again. That's going to annoy me all night. No faith in those pegs whatsoever. Yeah, so that's it. Pretty much the same as my other one, except a lot different. Different type of canvas. It's a thinner canvas. It's not a proper, heavy duty canvas. It's a sort of lightweight, which makes it good. There's a reason why I bought this, and I'll talk a bit about that later. But functionally exactly the same. It's got a waterproof PVC tub, which is pretty good. Nice sturdy zippers. The zippers run nice and freely too, which is good. And yeah, exactly the same functionality. There's little pockets inside to put stuff. Window each end. I'll leave the front canvas door open tonight so I can look down here towards the river and not at the cars over in the background. But yeah, pretty much exactly the same, just 3/4 of the size. So this is 900mm wide, so it's a single swag. And yeah, let's have a look inside. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty comfy. It is. You can tell the difference between the 50mm and the 75mm mattress, but it's not too bad. It will certainly be fine on this little bit of grass. I think I would struggle if it was on stones or anything. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I also I did a run out to IKEA and bought a down quilt and a quilt cover and some sheets and pillow and pillowcase and that sort of stuff. So I'll get that and I'll set that up and show you what the finished product looks like. Yeah, all set up. So I've got like I said, a down quilt, which I like better than sleeping bags. I do have my sleeping bag. I always carry it with me just in case it gets super cold. Bought some super fluffy socks from Temu. Keep my toes warm. They'll live in here as well. And yeah, pretty happy. Pretty good. Like I said, $129. It is a bargain. And like I said, this isn't actually that serendipitous. This thing's been on sale for a while and I've been eyeing it off. And I bought it for a reason. So I want a single swag that I can carry into the bush or away from my car. And this thing might be the answer to that. It only weighs 8 kilograms, and you saw how tiny the box was. So hopefully I can adapt this, modify this, and keep all of this bedding in here and keep the weight down to maybe 10 kilos. So I can put it in a sling bag across my shoulder and head off and get away from my car, but still have a swag rather than take a traditional tent. Because I like sleeping in swags. I like the concept and the way they sort of come together. So yeah, so that was the idea of buying this. And $129, really, you can't go wrong. I'm not sure how waterproof it'll be. The seams, like the biggest problem, and there's a dude, I'll put a link, I don't know his name, he does sort of a lot of reviews on camping gear from Western Australia. Great video, or great channel, but he's always commenting on how the seam between the canvas and the PVC is stitched and whether or not it's going to leak. This one's not geared to do that, so the water will run straight off there, which is good. And all of the seams, like all of the stitching, does seem to be sealed, so it's probably okay. I will always use a tarp with this one anyway, just to be on the safe side. That doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes I don't put tarps up because I think, no chance of rain, no chance of condensation, and why bother? And then I get belted with rain. So eventually I'll be out in the rain in this thing, or out even in the snow. We're heading into the cold winter here in Canberra, and I do want to go out into the snow and with the swag this winter if I can find some. But yeah, that's the reason I bought this. Now it's starting to sprinkle rain, as I say, and there's a couple of other things. I was going to stay out here tonight. I'm going to go back into town. We've got a very sick cat. It's Easter. What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. Sunday. It's Easter Sunday. And on Good Friday, our cat got cystitis. So he's been in hospital, and he only came home recently, and he's all doped up on painkillers and a whole bunch of other things. So I didn't really want to leave my my wife and kids to just fend with him, because you've got to get up in the middle of the night to give him medication and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to go back home, and I'm going to bundle this up, and especially now that it's starting to rain, I'm going to do it very quickly. So I'm going to pack up and head home. But it's Anzac Day long weekend next weekend, so I'll bring this out somewhere probably a bit more isolated. I'm at that Glendale bloody picnic area. You can't probably tell, but you can probably seen some cars zooming past. But yeah, so next weekend is another long weekend, so we're a bit sport at the moment for late April. So I'll come out and go camping, and I'll put it through its paces then, and we'll come back to you then. So yeah, I'm going to quickly pack this up and hopefully fit it into a bag I got, and then scoot home, and I'll see you next weekend. Oh yeah, I did a top 10 swag camping tips video a couple of weeks ago, and one of the bits of feedback I got was to just leave these end poles in the thing, so you don't have to take them out every time. So I'm going to try that and see whether that speeds things up a little bit. I'll give it a go on this one and see what happens. Guess you just do that. Seems to make sense. I think that was a pretty good idea, actually. Chuck these inside as well. The straps work a little bit differently to my other one. That's okay, they still look pretty good. Probably not as strong as the other ones. They're plenty long enough, which is good, because I did add some more stuff to it, as you know. Now, you don't get a bag with this. I can buy one from, probably from 23 Zero or Dash or something like that. But I do have a big sports duffel bag which I brought with me, which I thought might fit it, but I don't think it will. But I'll go and grab it and see if I can stuff it in. Not a chance in hell. Anyway, doesn't really matter. They, like I said, there are other bags I can buy, or I might just leave it like this. I'll figure that out. But yeah, $129, can't really go wrong. Like I said, they're normally $4.60, so that's a huge saving. But like I said, I don't think I've ever seen them at $4.60, so it's kind of like a sale all the time. But anyway, I'm happy. 129 bucks. It will certainly do the job. And like I said, it's not too heavy. Probably about 10 kilos, maybe a bit more, 11 or 12. But I could probably lug it somewhere, which is what I wanted it for. But anyway, if I can't, it'll be good as a backup, or if one of my kids want to come out with me. And yeah, got a spare swag to go with my 23-0 and my air swag. So starting to get a bit of a swag compilation going. Anyway, I better get this stuff back in the truck before it starts to rain properly. A couple of those clouds are starting to look a little bit ominous. It's supposed to start raining at 1 o'clock tonight, but it looks like it might start a bit earlier. Like I said, it felt a few drops a bit earlier. So anyway, let's get this stuff packed up and in the car, and I'll see you next weekend. Cheers.